This morning, we're shining a light on one local mother celebrating a long but successful journey to parenthood after trying for years. After 2 miscarriages, an ectopic pregnancy, and a failed first round of IVF, the path to baby Shania was anything but easy for Diana Flowers. I caught up with the new mom in the Johnston Willis Hospital's NICU. Take a listen.
Shania, there you go. Open your eyes. Yeah. I was so happy I came in yesterday and they had a little Mother's Day card from her, so that was pretty special.
For Diana and Chris Flowers, this moment is what they've prayed for.
Ma'am, you gotta wake up. You've had enough sleep. Where I'm from in Uganda, that's things they don't talk about. Growing up, I didn't know about women having miscarriages, IVF, until it happened to me. She's just so cozy.
She's been living in this hospital pretty much for 3.5, 4 months. I think we're just excited to have her home.
There you go. Yeah.
For the longest time, motherhood didn't seem possible.
Shania, are you ready to eat? Yes, you are. Oh, big smile.
Today, baby Shania is a blessing to her parents, literally.
Gonna wake up? We're talking about names that we liked, but I wanted a name that actually had a meaning for the journey we've been through. So we named her Shania, which meant God is gracious, and Mokisa means blessing. And I think it's the perfect. I want her to be proud of that name because she's a fighter. She really is.
Flowers carried Shania in the hospital for the majority of her pregnancy, bravely reaching 31 weeks after her water unexpectedly broke at just 20 weeks. Fast forward to 31 weeks, you have your baby.
Yes. I didn't even think she was coming. Statistically, they had told us it was impossible. Before we went through this, we didn't know how hard it can be. It was just incredible seeing her. It was a mix of emotions because I was scared, but...
Scared, relief.
Correct.
Excited, all
of it in one, yes. Yeah. She was safe, she was healthy.
But it was hope that kept her going.
Once you finally get to see your miracle in front of you, the journey is just something that was meant to be a part of her, for you to be proud of. She looked so cozy. I can't stop looking at her. Just a miracle. Watching her smile just makes me so happy. It almost makes the whole journey so worth it, seeing her smile. Hopefully we'll be home for Mother's Day, just in time for Mother's Day.
Deployed twice to the Balkans. And then my last deployment was in Iraq.
For 46-year-old Timothy Grossman, an indirect fire infantry combat veteran, high-level blast exposure was just part of the job.
It felt like, literally like you're getting hit in the face with these invisible waves of air, like just coming straight through you. I was kind of ambitious as a young soldier. I didn't want to carry the heavy bipod or the base plate, so I became a gunner really quick. My head was just inches from that tube as we were firing, just maybe 6 inches. You become disoriented, and you keep that all to yourself because everyone's probably going through it, but you're not going to whine about it. You're not going to complain about it.
Grossman, who was later diagnosed with traumatic brain injury and PTSD, says the cumulative effect of those blasts have left him with symptoms like stuttering and brain fog, invisible injuries that create frustration.
It's like sometimes you just get to the point to where you accept it. These guys that are in training, they're still getting a lot of exposures on the magnitude of thousands in a career, to tens of thousands if they're staying for a couple of enlistments. So many stories where people have fallen through the cracks and their wives don't understand, their family members don't understand. All these things are happening. They feel like it's their fault. And these guys end up taking their lives.
That's the driving force behind a new research study at UVA, which kicks off in November. Leading the team is Dr. James Stone, Vice Chair of Research in Radiology and Medical Imaging at UVA.
So This is really the cockpit of the scanner here.
In partnership with the Naval Medical Research Command, his team is using a brand new high-resolution MRI scanner to identify microscopic changes in the brains of 60 service members.
Are there specific signatures of changes within the brain that we can see with commercial MRI scanners that will allow us to be able to understand if a service member's brain has been altered as a result of blast and to what degree?
The study, backed by a U.S. Department of Defense grant, will focus on the delicate interface between the gray and white matter, an area of the brain historically difficult to image. Combining scans with cognitive assessments and blood tests, all of this data is layered with a new metric called the Generalized Blast Exposure Value, a single number that charts a service member's lifetime exposure.
An individual who has a generalized blast exposure value of, say, 10,000 or 5,000, that's a pretty low number. We see exposure values that go up to 20 million or more.
For veterans like Grossman, the study hopes to provide a pathway to treatment and, most importantly, moving the needle forward.
This work will inform a better understanding of what's going on within the brains of service members who are exposed to blast, so we can design and innovate better therapies to be able to treat service members that have this condition.
Grossman now dedicates his time to veteran advocacy and serves on the Community Advisory Board for this very research.
What this could have done is saved a lot of lives. If we do this and do this right, it can save people from, thinking that they're worthless and that they have no hope. What they're doing is truly remarkable.
As we wrap up Autism Acceptance Month, a program here at Swim RVA. He's making a boot splash.
7-year-old Isaiah Graves is learning how to swim in a way that's tailored just for him.
You're doing such a great job. You're doing great. He is going above and beyond what I thought that he could do. He's nonverbal. He doesn't have too many words, but he will tell you what he wants.
Isaiah is on the autism spectrum, and like many kids, he enjoys spending time in the pool. Recognizing the importance of water safety, his mother, Jalea Graves, enrolled him in Autism Swims, a specialized program focused on building confidence in the water.
Now going on into the second year, he sprouted off out of nowhere.
Isaiah's instructor, Elise DeRusu, has been there from the beginning.
Seeing him progress has been really amazing and really rewarding.
While his weekly swim lesson at the Collegiate School Aquatic Center always includes a favorite activity, wall crawls, Isaiah reached a big milestone recently, going underwater by himself for the very first time.
I just screamed and hollered and woohooed because I don't know how, we got there, but we did.
According to the National Autism Association, children with autism are 160 times as likely to die from drowning as the general pediatric population. It's a statistic that prompted Swim RVA Director of Programs Debbie Kello to dive into action, launching the program back in 2017.
We have now served over 90 students.
Despite the program's success, Autism Swims faces a challenge, the growing demand. With a waitlist exceeding 200 kids, there's a need for more instructors.
10 years down the road would be, do we have 10 locations that are just serving autism swims, right? How do we get there?
But for the Graves family, Swim RVA has become more than just a place for lessons.
Almost like it's like gaining a little extra family or gaining an extra few friends.
Neighbors helping neighbors.
That's very nice.
A saying that hits home for Lynn Greiner.
Okay. Side by side.
At 50 years old, Lynn was diagnosed with a kidney disease.
Explain what polycystic kidney disease is, if someone who doesn't know.
It's where you get cysts that take over your kidneys, can take over your liver, fills up your whole stomach, and just makes them quit functioning. I shouldn't use the word exempt, but I didn't think I had it.
Unfortunately, this is not Lynn's first run-in with this genetic disorder. It took the lives of her grandmother, mother, and brother.
I just have to keep living day to day, or otherwise if I don't, then I'll be in bigger trouble.
Last August, Lynn's doctor told her she needed a kidney transplant.
That's when your heart drops and your whole world takes a spin, but then you pick yourself up by your britches and move forward and try to do something about it. Get on the donor list. Be a living donor. That's what we need.
This has become more personal because I love my neighbor.
With the help of her dear friend Eileen Meehan, that's exactly what they're doing, searching for Lynn's perfect match.
I just wanted to make a difference. I just wanted to know that she had my support. And it's not about just me and her. It is,
Don't bring me up.
okay? Every neighbor, for the most part, in this neighborhood has attended an event, a function, or asked, how can I help?
I have one on the car.
Yeah, and on the camper, no?
Custom flyers and card magnets
This is an example of the signs that we are sending out all over to whoever wants one.
have become powerful tools in their mission.
Kidney needed. Please share your spare. We do have hope. A lot of hope.
But these aren't just for the local community. They're spreading the word far and wide, with old friends stepping up to help across the country.
Pennsylvania, Colorado, Georgia. I said, would anybody be willing to put these signs on their vehicles?
Anyone that has contacted her that would like one.
Remember, I gotta make all these.
I'll get an army here.
No.
Being one of over 100,000 people on the national transplant waiting list, Lynn wants to use her voice to help others.
Even if I get one, the work is not over because we have to be there for others because some of them don't know how to get their voice out there.
Well, Eric, Deanna, while stroke is often associated with older age, the two women I spoke with are on the younger side. But tonight, both sharing the message, listen to your body.
It wasn't something that I thought would happen to me, especially at my age.
For Holly Furlong, an active 45-year-old, October 18th, 2024 started like any other day.
I went to work, and then I actually went to get my eyebrows done, and then I went to meet up with a friend.
As Holly was driving down the road, she had trouble breathing.
I just started to feel chest tightness and then tingling down my arm, and then my arm kind of just started to do this naturally. I couldn't even at that point pick up my left leg.
Symptoms only worsened.
By the time I got to the ER, I was really not able to form sentences. The biggest thing was they kept asking me my name and I couldn't say my name.
Every second counts when suffering from a stroke. Luckily, Holly got treatment just in time. An echocardiogram revealing a hole in her heart, a PFO that had grown larger over time.
And that's more than likely what caused my stroke that day.
Next we have Yvonne Brooks.
Stroke, 28. 28-year-olds don't have strokes, so what are you talking about?
Now, walking in an American Heart Association Survivor fashion show, Yvonne Rooks shares her story.
Take me back to July 2023.
I remember waking up and I just had a headache. We moved on, kept it moving. Didn't think anything else of it.
A day later, that headache had turned into a piercing migraine.
Thankfully, I went to the emergency room because my doctor's office was closed.
That decision saved her life.
By the time I got there, the stroke was already at 75% of the cerebellum region. They were like, yeah, you wouldn't have seen 29.
In that moment, her 2-year-old son top of mind.
Thinking about is his mom coming back?
Yvonne is a diabetic, but to this day, she doesn't have a why for her stroke.
I hope that my story encourages people to really just listen to their body when something just seems off, to save their life.
Come on. I've met Yvonne and other ladies, and it's just, you just meet them and then you just want to give them a big hug.
Yvonne and Holly are a reminder to us all. Stroke can happen at any age.
When you're younger, you can make up thoughts about what else it could be, like, oh, I'm just having a headache, or I'm just having a panic attack, and you can push it aside because you think you're invincible because you're younger, and that, is not always the case.